to the Loading Up Podcast. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Loading Up Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Producer Jay, along with both of my co-hosts, Brother Tay. That sounds like the Final Fantasy winning music.
Oh, yeah, guys.
Yeah. And Brother Zay.
Yo,
What's
What's
up,
up?
guys? Before we get started, just want to remind you that if you're watching us on YouTube, you can like, comment, and subscribe. It'll definitely help us out. If you're listening to us on a podcasting app, you can share us and rate us. And we have been getting like pretty decent listeners on the podcast. I remember I saw it like not too long ago. I was like, oh wow, it's actually because I don't know, for some reason, like I always think like YouTube does better, but I forget people actually listen to podcasts like as like podcasts,
Mm-hmm.
and including myself. So, yeah, so definitely do all that. If you look in the description, you can see our sponsors, which is W Energy and NordVPN. Save some money off of subscriptions and products, and they're very good, and I definitely recommend them. If you help them out, they'll help us out, and if you do that, we'll thank you, and we'll thank them. We'll thank everybody. Everybody involved is a winner. um, that out of the way, Brother Tay, what have you been playing?
I've been on the grind, my TFT itself. Team fats, my team. Oh my god, I can't think of the word. Team fight tactics. That's the word.
Too many T's, man.
A little bit too much. Other than that, that's about all I've been doing so far. I know I've been getting more, been watching more stuff, trying to play more of that Super Battle Golf game I told you about.
Nice.
Yes.
Did you ever get a chance to look it up?
I did, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to buy it right now because I just finished purchasing Undisputed.
Because
Nah,
as soon as you play,
I
you
looked
go
it up, but
you
I
go
didn't
problematic.
get a chance to buy it or anything. It's on Steam, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like an online thing too. Okay.
Huh?
All right. Well, maybe one day. It's not expensive too. It's like $8.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah. Brother
Think of
Zay,
some
what have
Makers
you
of
been
Peak.
playing?
Oh, well, if you're watching on YouTube and you can see me play Undisputed, just give that a try. I picked that up, and so far the game it's good for what it is. It's not Fight Night, Fight Night
Nothing
is
could be
like,
Fight Night,
yeah,
man.
that's like nothing's gonna live up to Fight Night, but it's still pretty decent. I was enjoying what I was playing of it, and of course, I've been, waist deep in Crimson Desert. It just dropped a big update today, so I can't wait to check out all the fine tuning that they did. And yeah, that's really all I've been playing. I played a little bit of Call of Duty here and there, but man, Crimson Desert's taking up all my gaming time.
Yeah, I it's funny because I've had my coworkers talk to me about Grism Desert, and they're telling me, "Oh, it's so great that there's so much to do and it's this and that." And I'm just like, man, I do not have time to sink into another game. I am so backed up right now. It's not even funny.
Brother Zay, you'll get him one day, Brother Zay. One day,
Yeah.
and then
He gonna ask me like, how do I do this? And I'm gonna be like, yo, this is like a 3-year-old game, okay? I don't remember.
Yeah.
why are you lying like you're
Um,
not gonna be playing in 3 years?
I
This thing's
mean,
never ending.
Stop it.
it happens. It happens. Listen, I've been playing freaking Baldur's Gate for 3 years at this point, or it feels like 3 years. It's going
Yeah.
on 3 years.
No shame.
But yeah, okay. So,
Let me laugh
I've been
at you.
playing, same old, same old. I kinda, not intentionally, although it's seeming like it's gonna be like, what is it gonna be? Like, I took a break from Kingdom Hearts just because the grind is just too much for me right now, and I'm just like, I can't. It's I just don't have the time to do that. Um, Yeah, so I'm putting that on hold for a little bit, not too long. Hopefully, probably maybe I want to say at most or at least by the summer I'll pick it back up when I have more free time. But yeah, so I'm taking a break on that. I'm still playing the WWE games or game. I always say games, but the WWE game, which we were saying like right before we started when I saw the clip that you sent. I thought it was WWE, and I was like, "Wait a minute, Brother Zay's playing WWE. How you not telling me?" Um, but yeah, so I actually tried to play something different. I remember that there was a Monster Hunter Stories 3 demo that was on Steam, and I had downloaded it a while ago because I did want to try it. I heard good things about it. And I actually got around to playing it this time, and it's actually really interesting. Like it's not the same as a traditional Monster Hunter game. It's more like I don't want to. It's weird because I know the original game was for the DS, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right.
Yeah. So it's more of like a portable type of game where it's supposed to be like short bursts of action and stuff like that. But for the way people were describing this one is like more like what Pokemon should be. I wouldn't necessarily say it's more like Pokemon, but I guess maybe stylistically it's like Pokemon. And it runs really well on my Xbox Ally X. So I didn't get too deep into it, but from the early parts that I played, and it's just the demo, obviously, so it's not the full game. Um, it runs pretty good, and it's really fun to play. I'm gonna play a little bit more to see. It was funny because like, my wife was asking me what I was playing, and I told her that it's a new Monster Hunter game, and I thought I heard her suck her teeth, and I was like, no, I didn't buy it. It's not another game I bought. I was preemptively being defensive about buying another game when I already have so much to play.
Honey,
That's
I
just me
promise I
being.
didn't. Honey, I promise it's not what I promise.
I promise
Don't
I'm not
yell at
adding to
me.
my backlog.
That's
But
hilarious.
but
Don't yell at me, please.
but yeah, no, I'm the only thing I'm kind of disappointed on because granted this demo's on Steam and I could just get the game on Steam, but I would prefer to get my games on like Xbox because like Play Anywhere and all that stuff, and it's a little annoying that not every game is Play Anywhere. I could play it through cloud, but that's like not the best situation. Like I know a lot of games I have that I can play through cloud, but it's like it's so finicky. Like it depends on my signal strength and where I'm at. It's not like I can play anywhere. And even if I put a hotspot on my phone, it's not guaranteed that I'm gonna get a stable performance because that also depends on where I'm at. So um yeah, I really hope that in the future Microsoft can figure out a way to. I mean, I'm assuming that that's the goal is to have every game on Xbox play anywhere. I know a lot of publishers are against it because no, they want you to buy the game twice if you want to play it on multiple platforms. That's not their problem. They want you to spend the money.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, to be fair, we did grow up in a chance where there wasn't no such thing as Play Anywhere.
that is true. Yes, that is very true. So but that's also why we had to like basically pick where we were gonna play our games, and that's why we were so like, if you were gonna play this on the GameCube, like that's where you play all your games, because there's
Yep.
not a lot of bouncing back and forth, unless
Man,
you bought all three platforms
unless
or
you bought all
whatever.
3 consoles
Yeah, which was
or
not
you had the money
likely.
for it,
Yeah,
you showing
try
off, I
convincing your
guess.
parents to buy three consoles.
Mhm.
It's like, but you already have one. It's like, but I need it for this game.
But mom, my friends are playing this one.
Yeah. But that was
Don't
even
do this to me,
before
mother.
online, so, yeah,
I
now it's
wouldn't have to
even
come over to
more.
your house at that point.
Yeah, exactly, that's what I had to do. I had Nintendo games, growing up, and then my cousins had PlayStation, But then like later on, and eventually got an Xbox, and I got a PlayStation 2. But that was like later on when you know I was able to convince him. The Xbox technically wasn't mine; it was my stepfather's. But
Wow.
I ended up playing it more. So, but
I don't want this old
but yeah,
man.
that's basically what I've been playing.
Very good.
It's not a lot. I also did play a little bit of Call of Duty, and it's so weird. I don't know what it is. Like I just every time I play, I'm just like it feels so foreign to me. Because when Black Ops 6 came out, I was all in it. Like I was playing every day. But now like I ever since I stopped really playing that much, it's like I don't even know what I'm playing anymore. It's like feels so weird. I know it's the same game,
No,
but
it's
it's
not.
just
No, it's
it's
not.
not well, I
Game is
meant like
terrible.
type of game. It's terrible.
I don't like Black Ops 7.
I'm not a fan of it either. I don't
Yeah.
know. There's something
Meh.
about it.
That's everything about it, to be
But
fair.
Yeah, yeah.
Not
yeah,
that great,
but
honestly.
anyway.
Mm. Well, besides Call of Duty, let's just jump right into some news. A little bit to talk about. This time we're going to talk about Asha Sharma, and she's, if you don't know, she's Microsoft Gaming's new CEO. And according to reports from the vice president of Xbox, Jason Ronald, she is willing to question everything. And we know this specifically because she came in and she killed right away this is an Xbox marketing campaign. This has been confirmed. We have reports that she, took it down and done away with it, but now it's been confirmed she got rid of it. And Jason Ronald goes on to say that, when you've been in the industry for so long, you sort of have like these blinders that kind of make you biased because of this is how things have always been done. But she's new, she's fresh, and she wants to
Juice.
bring things back to Xbox, as they said before. So this is all just part of her plan and her shaking things up and putting everything on the table so that way they can try and make Xbox better.
Yeah, this
What?
her being such like she's an outsider. Let's be real. Like she's not anywhere in the gaming industry. She didn't come from another company or anything like that or from a developer. She is brand new to the gaming industry. Or at least the gaming side of like Microsoft or whatever. So that has its pros and cons, obviously. Like people were questioning, oh, like why is somebody from the outside managing a gaming branch of a company when she has no idea what anything's about? But there's also the upside where she can look at things objectively and not subjectively, where like Jason Ronald said, where you can have a bias to how things have been run and just assume that like that's how it has to be. No, it doesn't have to be that way. It can be something different, and it's refreshing that Asha is looking at everything and being like, okay, yeah, no, that doesn't work, and this is a perfect example. I remember when it came out, everybody was being hypercritical about it, and rightfully so because I mean, it was too basic. Like it seemed there's such thing as something being too simple. And when something is too simple, it becomes too like it's easy to dismiss. And it also didn't do Xbox any favors when people were like they wanted Xbox to focus on console, and then here you have them saying no, just focus on everything else. And yeah, so obviously there was going to be some friction there. But just looking at it on the whole, like it just didn't fit like what they were trying to message. And I always said this when the ad came out. I always thought that calling something specific like a device, like a phone or TV or streaming stick, calling that device specifically an Xbox was not like that's not going to click with certain people. Not even with certain people, with anybody. Because when you look at that, it's like, no, that's an Amazon Fire Stick. That's a LG TV. that's a Android phone. That's an iPhone. That's not an Xbox. And naturally, that's what people did because, like, you're not gonna convince people to call something differently than what they've always called it. You know? So I think Xbox was they were kind of rolling uphill with this ad campaign, and it just didn't meet the mark. There's better ways to go about advertising the play anywhere stuff, like I was talking about. Like I want more games to be play anywhere, but there's a better way to message that, and I think they just got to go back to the drawing board with it. So I'm glad Asha just scrapped it altogether. That was like one of the first things she did actually, because we saw it disappear from the Xbox website, but nobody really knew why. I mean, we kind of sort of knew why, but now we have confirmation that yes, it was Asha. So
Yeah.
that's good on her for that.
I mean, it's a good job. It's always good to bring in a fresh face. Every company does that. Like where I work, we bring in people I think once a year to go through to look at stuff objectively, be like, oh, what's the future going forward? But I feel like Microsoft is a company because they focus on so much outside of gaming they should do that a lot more often than they really do.
You're right.
It's just my thought process.
You know what it is too? It's a lot of executive thinking that their shit doesn't stink. That's what it is. So they don't want that criticism from outside to say, "Oh, the thing that you did is bad," because then that rubs people the wrong way.
Yeah, I
So,
can see
but
that.
yeah, so it's all the freaking corporate brown nosing and stuff like that. And that's what people were saying, like, "Oh, how come you telling me a whole company of Microsoft saw this ad and thought it was okay?" It's like, no, obviously not. Like, there was probably hundreds of people that thought this was bad, but only the executive's decision matters. So it's like, what are you gonna tell your boss? Yeah, no, that shit sucks. You want the job or not? Like that's kind of how it works.
I mean,
Granted, it shouldn't be that
Well,
way.
it's a
how
corporate
confident are you
world,
that you'll
so
keep your job?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
exactly.
how
It's
confident
a
are you that you can keep saying what you want and keep your job? Because I know many companies that's like, yo, keep your mouth shut.
Exactly.
Think
And that's what people don't
yes.
understand. And that's probably why they shouldn't get corporate jobs because they'll be the first to get the axe when shit hits the fan.
for real. For real. The corporate world is very finicky. You gotta navigate it very differently than any other job.
Like, you really gonna
That's
want to
tough.
lose your job because you said your boss's work was not that great? Like, is that really worth it? That's the hill you want to die on? Like, no. But it's beneficial that Asha is the CEO, so she can say that stuff.
Sure.
So
Yeah, she can literally walk in and be like, "All right, that dumb. We're getting rid of it. I don't know
exactly.
who. I don't even care who did it. Just get it out of here. We all know who did it, but she
Most
just
likely,
don't
yeah.
even care. So that's the corporate
Look, I
structure.
don't. What is this? We don't know. I don't care who don't know. Get rid of it now. I won't. I don't want to see
Yes.
this shit again.
I don't
Yeah,
like
yeah.
It's a
Well, I
terrible
mean,
choice.
when it comes down to it personally, I didn't care either way about this is an Xbox marketing system. Like I didn't care either way. It actually helped me show people that like you can play Xbox games on your phone. Like I took out my phone and started playing Assassin's Creed. I know this is one of the Assassin's Creed games, and I just started playing it. And it was running great. I said if I had a controller, it'd be a little bit better, but on the phone, it was running perfectly fine. And they're like, "No way, you're playing an actual." I said, "Yes, I'm playing a game. I'm playing Assassin's Creed right here on my phone." And they're like, "That's insane." They had no idea that they could even do that. And we all knew about this because this is an Xbox ad. We knew because we're invested in the ecosystem. We understand what you can do, and I help to show people that you don't really need an Xbox if you don't want to. If you have the subscription service, you could play on your phone or something.
Yeah.
And those are people who were like they're knee deep embedded in like the PlayStation, or they don't even know about Xbox at all. So it was just to show them that this is what they're doing over at Xbox. You don't just have to buy the box; you can just play like this.
Yeah. I think like I said, there's better ways to go about it. I just think that one wasn't the best.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you, especially from like a console sales standpoint, you know?
Yeah.
All right, let's do more Xbox news. This time about a Game Pass tier, a potential new Game Pass tier. So we had some reports of a new Game Pass tier called Triton, and it's it's literally just going to be supposedly going to be just first Xbox first party games only on this particular tier. Now, what I wonder is just from this rumor of Triton is what's the price gonna be? Because I mean, they have the Xbox first party games. The lineup is, you have like Doom Eternal, Doom 64, the Fable games, the Fallout games, the Gears games, Halos, Hellblade, Ori, State of Decay, even Elder Scrolls Online. So, what do they value their first party games at? Because Game Pass Ultimate is $30 a month. So this has got to be cheaper. But where are we sitting at? Where do you think do we sit at?
I think it's a little bit tricky because I know a lot of people have been asking for this because a lot of times people get like bogged down with all the third party additions to Game Pass, which is great. I'm a fan of it. But a lot of times people they don't really care that freaking Hollow Knight Silk Song is coming to Game Pass or that High on Life 2 is on Game Pass. Like they just care about like the Xbox games cuz it's Xbox Game Pass. So um I think if they're going to, if this is true, obviously we don't know for sure. It seems like it's true, or at least it was something that they were exploring. I
Yeah.
think maybe $10 a month seems fair, just for like first party games.
Yeah.
Now, the interesting part is that if this is indeed the case, does this include Call of Duty? Because that's the kicker here. Because we saw that when they did the new tiers a few months ago, they made it clear that Call of Duty is not part of the lower tiers. Call of Duty is only on the ultimate tier. You can only get not even like later on the previous tiers. Like you only can get Call of Duty on Game Pass through Ultimate.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you gotta buy it. So, because normally when a game comes off of Game Pass, when a game is on Game Pass day one, it'll start on Ultimate and then it'll go to the other tiers at a later date. I don't think there's any specific time frame for that. It's just later on, but not Call of Duty. So that's the only one that's not going to Game Pass Premium or Core. So I do wonder if if it would include that. I highly doubt it though.
What, you talking about just Call of Duty or
Well, yeah, just Call of Duty because I feel like
okay.
every other game will be fine.
I mean,
But
well,
Call of Duty,
technically, well, Call of Duty is now first party, right?
yes.
So if you do a first party tier and Call of Duty's not in it, it's kind of like a what? You
I
know?
know that's the weird part about it because like they already set the precedent that Call of Duty is a special case.
True.
So I don't know if this will be included, and I do feel like if they don't, people will get upset about that. Because how is it gonna be a first party only and it's not gonna be Call of Duty like you just said?
Yeah.
People gonna
So I don't know.
riot,
They
and
might.
I want it.
And
I want the
it'll probably
problems.
defeat the purpose of even having the tier in the first place. Because I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of people would buy this tier just for Call of Duty if they included it, and I think that's
Mm,
what Xbox doesn't want.
yeah. I can see how that wouldn't go over well.
But
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see if this ends up being true. I think it would be a good idea because Xbox does have a lot of games, including like all the Activision Blizzard portfolio. So it would make sense if they just dumped all of that, including like Bethesda and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it would be a sizable subscription service. It's not like you're only gonna get like 10 games or anything like that. No, you're gonna get a lot of games. But is it worth it? That's the real question. I don't know.
Real
I wouldn't do it because I like getting all the games. I'm not just first party only. And I think that may be a hint that they're trying to get like maybe potentially PlayStation owners to jump over, because it seems like PlayStation owners get, I mean, granted, the majority of PlayStation owners, they get it for, the yearly sports games, and then Call of Duty, maybe Battlefield here and there, and then the occasional
The ball,
exclusive.
the ball and shooter games again.
The ball and shooter games, yes.
Mhm.
And maybe they're kind of targeting them. I mean, like, hey, if you get this, you'll get access to the Xbox games. But then at the same time, they're releasing Xbox games on PlayStation. So I don't know. It's hard to say who this is for, but I don't know. I feel like it would have to have a little bit more in order to be enticing, and I don't know what that is.
Yeah, me either. Me either. I mean, who knows? This is just a
Yeah.
rumor about a potential Game Pass tier. We're not even sure if this will even come to fruition.
Sure.
But it's still pretty interesting to see that they're obviously and actively working on making Game Pass better.
Yes. That is one thing that I do hope that they continue to do. I mean, we heard about the whole potential Netflix bundling that they might do. So yeah, they're looking into making Game Pass more attractive, and that's a good thing.
At $30 a month, they definitely have to add more things. Like
Yes.
the addition of Fortnite was cool, but that was only for Fortnite players. You know what I'm saying? What about
Yeah.
everybody else that don't play Fortnite? Maybe like the rumor stated, if you add the ad tier of Netflix to it, which just went up in price to $8.99. If you add that into the subscription, maybe it will be worth it for people to go to the Ultimate. They can save a little bit of money there, So who knows what they're gonna do?
Honestly, the way I said it, I think they should partner with like phone carriers, so that way you can get it at a discounted rate. Because that's how I get Netflix. I don't pay the full price of Netflix. Granted, it's going up, so I'm gonna be paying what I would have been paying, but I haven't been
Ooh.
paying full price for it because I get it through T-Mobile.
Yeah, but
Look
also
at
not everybody
you,
has
show
T-Mobile. I
Well,
know,
it doesn't
right?
have to. It doesn't have to be just T-Mobile. It could be through Verizon. It could be through AT&T. It could be
Ooh.
through multiple. Sorry, everybody has a phone, so they can get it through
Ooh,
there.
I'm
They just have
producer
to partner
Jay.
with all
I'll
of
be
them.
paying full price. Well,
Excuse me for taking advantage of the deals that my phone carrier gives me. Sorry.
You should be.
I'm talking all that shit. I used my T-Mobile for the MLB TV.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
used it. I used it because they also have Apple TV Plus. I used it for that. It was free, and then they raised the price, and then I had to pay for it. I was like, I'm not paying for this, so I canceled it.
What?
Nice.
No Ted Lasso? How could you? I don't care.
The only show I would want to watch on Apple TV would be Severance.
It's a good show.
I know.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Ted Lasso?
I don't know. There's nothing. I don't have anything against it. I just didn't watch it. I don't know.
This man's
Alright,
busy
rules
with
are-
Kingdom Hearts, all right?
Yes, I'm busy.
Completely. Kingdom Hearts does have them in a bind. You're right. I forgot about that. You're right.
All right, let's move on to the Xbox partner preview. So this past week, the Xbox had a partner preview where they showcase a bunch of different games, some brand new that we never got to see before, which was nice. Let's go quickly over some of the bigger highlights of the partner preview. They showcase Hunter: The Reckoning, Death Wish, which is like a vampire first-person shooter type game. It looked really cool. I was like, oh man, this looks dope. That was revealed at the.
I thought that was Blade. I'm gonna be honest.
You thought it was Blade? Wow.
I thought it was Blade. I got baited.
You got bait. I didn't think it was Blade. I was looking at it like,
Vampires,
what
I'm
is
just
this?
like, oh, okay, there we go.
No, wasn't that already?
It was
There was
already
already a
released,
Blade
or
trailer.
it was showcased, but they didn't It was just a teaser.
Yeah,
I thought this was
teaser.
gonna be
Oh.
like more
The
information.
Oh, you
reveal?
thought?
No,
Oh,
no.
you wanted more Blade? Oh, okay, I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I
But
want more
we
Blade, man.
hopefully we'll still see some more of the Blade. But
Hopefully.
we got to see the extended trailer for The Expanse, Osiris Reborn, and based off the trailer, I'm like, listen,
I
I'm like,
know.
I'm most hype about this game because it sort of reminds you of, Mass Effect, but the trailer didn't really hit it for me. I was like, I'm gonna sit back and watch this one, but there is a beta that's coming out on April
Yeah.
22nd. So, so we get to play like the little demo or the beta and experience it before it comes out. So I will be trying it out because this game has been on my radar since they announced it, and I want more of it.
Yeah, we've talked about this before where like I'm really looking forward to this game. I want it to be good. Also was what's the other one? Exodus. That's also like supposed to be like sort of Mass Effect feeling or whatever like that.
Yeah.
My one issue, and granted, the gameplay looks fine, the story looks like it could be really good. My only issue is that like there's no aliens. Like where are the aliens? It's all just humans, and that was also my gripe with Starfield. Where are the aliens? You're in space. There should be multiple different species of aliens. Why are we not seeing them? Why is it that they don't want to do it? They just want to make humanoid characters.
You want more Mass Effect, where it's like you had
Yes.
races of aliens. Well,
You had multiple races, and they were all interesting, and that's what I want. I want my space games to have aliens. Is that too much to ask for?
Benz.
No, it's not. I agree with you. We need aliens.
We need aliens. I mean, granted, there were some aliens, but they were like enemy aliens. I don't want enemy aliens. I want like same aliens that I could talk to, learn their story, learn about their culture, all that stuff.
Should have
That's what I
been more
like.
specific. You said aliens. There was aliens, enemies. What's the problem?
There was one. I don't know if there's multiple. There might be, but
There might be. I mean,
But
give
it's
it a
also
chance.
really, yeah, exactly. It's really early. Got to give it a chance for sure.
Yeah,
yes,
let's
maybe
wait till
they're
everything
saving
else is
that.
fully out.
Maybe they're
But
saving that.
that's
for
something to be
later.
on the lookout for. But then again, it could be a thing where they don't want to be too much of a Mass Effect clone, so they might not do
I
it.
guess maybe.
Let's
I don't care. Just lean into it. If you're gonna be a Mass Effect clone, just use that as the advertising. Say like Mass Effect
clone.
who?
That's hilarious.
that's you're taking
That's
some
hilarious.
major swings right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen, go big or go home.
It better be good if you telling that.
That's true. That's a lot.
Hopefully-
That's a lot of weight to bury.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
carry, I
ain't-
said bury.
This ain't Power World and Pokemon. Let's not. This is a different type of thing.
That's true. Although I don't think Power World ever said Pokemon with guns. I think that's what everybody else was saying.
Yeah.
That's what we all saw, which would be
That's what we saw. Yeah.
It's Pokemon with guns. That's all it was.
Let's
They
go
were
with
good
the next.
guns. They were still guns.
Let's move on with the next trailer. They showed Sega's new Stranger Than Heaven detective game, and that's coming to Game Pass and Play Anywhere. We'll get to see more of that on May 6th. This one reminded me of like Yakuza meets like Gangs of New York. It looked really dope. I want to get into more of that.
I'm not a big fan of Yakuza games. I tried. Not for
Stop
me.
the show right now. Stop it.
We had this discussion before.
I know.
Listen, that doesn't
Every time we're
surprise
gonna
me.
stop it.
That doesn't surprise me for you, producer Jared, to be fair.
I tried. I literally tried. I tried because they were on Game Pass. I tried them out, and it's just.
I'm not saying
my
it's a
thing.
bad thing. I'm just not surprised that you're not into Yakuza games. I'm just saying in general.
Well, that's why I get like it's like a bittersweet moment because like yeah, it's cool that they're still making these games and that they're coming to Xbox, but at the same time, it's like I don't care.
And say now you're pissing him off, and I can't help you with that.
Get him out of here.
I can't help if you're going to make him angry. Like, what am I supposed to do then?
All right,
You're on your own at that
we'll
point.
move on from Stranger Than Heaven because Producer Jay's a hater.
Not a hater.
See?
We got a release date for Super Meat Boy 3D, and it's coming March
Fire.
31st, which is,
That will
if you're listening to this, it'll be in a day or two. It will be
Real.
on Game Pass as well as Play Anywhere title, which is really dope.
It will be beautiful.
I'm,
We
I'm
got a
very hesitant to want to play this game because I actually want to keep my controllers.
you're gonna be mad.
I won't break them if if I play them. Also, my ally, I don't want to break it too.
But it's you do. This is what you're coming into, a Super Meat Boy. Super Meat
I
Boy.
know,
We do.
I know. That's why I'm hesitant to play. It looks good, but I don't want to be frustrated.
Can't wait. Well, are you gonna get this? Are you gonna get Hades too at that point? I feel like that's
I
also
don't
a
think Hades
frustrating
2
game
is
sometimes.
as bad.
Yeah, it's not as I think Super Meat Boy. They intentionally make you die on purpose.
It's like rage bait the game.
Yeah, rage bait the game.
No, it's not. It's not like the other ones. Like, what was it? It's Meat Boy. Super Meat Boy is not a perfectly rage baiting game. It's just a difficult platformer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
I can't think of the one.
I don't know. There's
Fuck, what was that?
I don't know the name of it. I know which one you're talking about. It's like just rage baits the crap out of you, but I don't know the name.
Yeah, it's like there's two I'm thinking of. There's like one. It's like you're a cat and it's like supposed to be like Mario, like Japanese, like a more Mario game with a cat, and everything kills you. And I think the other one's like he's him or he's the guy or something like that.
Oh no, I wasn't even thinking about that one.
Well, I'm thinking of perfectly like you think the game is gonna go fine, and then it's like nope, the world changes on you as you jump in the air.
We got
Oh, the game is something about hell. There's a lot of games like that. Continue. Sorry, brother Zay.
yeah. No, you're all good. You're all good. We have the reveal, the Xbox reveal trailer for Dispatch. Dispatch is coming this summer to Xbox finally, which
Let's
was
go.
a really nice addition to put in the preview program. Don't know why it took them so long, but I will be buying it and I will be playing it on Xbox. I'm just glad it's coming.
Yeah, I think they took their time because this is their first game from the studio, if I'm correct. So it makes sense that they would focus on one platform at a time when it comes to consoles, in addition to PC. So I'm not faulting the studio. It wasn't anything like, oh, they took a PlayStation deal or anything like that, because it came to Switch pretty like
Yeah, it was
fast.
right away.
Yeah, and then now it's on Xbox. I do wish it was a little bit sooner. It says summer, but it is what it is.
I mean, you got Kingdom Hearts, you'll be all right.
Listen, man.
You got some more reveals for Alien Deathstorm. It was a reveal trailer for that. That one's also coming to Game Pass and Play Anywhere. I think almost all of them are are Play Anywhere titles.
I'm pretty sure every game that was shown is Play Anywhere. Pretty sure.
Yeah. We got to see some DLC coming to Stalker 2, The Cost of Hope, and we got to see, which was a very weird. I didn't even know what to think about this. It was Musa Dirty Fate. I was very taken aback by this trailer. Not that it looked bad. I just didn't expect this trailer. I didn't know what to think of it. It was like, whoa, what is this game?
That was the one that was like the feudal Japan type.
Yes. Yeah, it kind of reminded me of like Sekiro meets Elden Ring. It was weird, you know?
Low-key, I thought it was gonna be what was that game? Phantom Blade Zero? I thought it was gonna be that. That's what it looks similar to. But I know that's only on PlayStation and PC.
Yeah. Well, that was like the bigger ones. Of course, we got Hades 2 coming to Game Pass on April 14th, so in the middle of next month. And those are some of the bigger partner preview reveals and trailers. Overall, I thought it was really good partner preview. We got to see some new stuff. Got to see some extended gameplay. We got to hear some games that are finally hitting Xbox, like Dispatch and Wuthering Waves. So it was a decent partner preview.
Yeah, I think people they're trying to paint this out as like, oh, it wasn't that great, or it's like they've never hyped up these partner previews as being anything other than just like a showcase for third party games. Like that's what they've always been. They're called partner preview because that's what the Xbox partners are. Like they're third parties. So anybody expecting more than just a third party showcase, like I don't know like what they're smoking, but they need to stop. Um but yeah, so I think it was good for what it was. It wasn't anything spectacular, and nor should it have been. So honestly, I would give it. I mean, I kind of skimmed through it because a lot of games like it's whatever to me. Um, but I would give it maybe like a 7 if I had to give it a number.
That sounds fair.
Yeah,
Yeah, sounds fair.
nothing bad.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on from the preview program and let's get into some crazy news out of Epic Games. Epic Games had decided to fire 1,000 people. A lot of them, most of them, who worked on Fortnite for well over 7+ years. Some of them even created like the iconic Jonesy character, and a lot of very talented people that worked at Epic that kept Epic running, including things like doing all the battle passes and even the map updates for like the little mid seasons where it was like the Simpsons or the Dragon Ball Z stuff. So a lot of people lost their job this past week over at Epic. And if Epic is having trouble, if Fortnite particular is having trouble, this is definitely doom for the industry in total, and altogether.
Yeah, this is not good at all. I mean, it's funny because we during the what was it, the Epic and Apple trial, um Tim Sweeney was very like he was open about the fact that they're spending a lot of money and that they believe that this is the right cause, which I guess you can argue that it was because of Apple's and Google's policy in their store and stuff like that. And it did help get other platforms onto the to the Play Store with like third parties, not just Fortnite or Epic or whatever. But that was the main one, obviously, because that's them. And then, like, seemingly jokingly, but now it seems like that was just the truth, that they were just spending money, like, frivolously because they wanted to beat them, obviously. And they even said, like, we're gonna pay for this later, but we think it's worth it. But here we are. Now we're paying for it. And it just goes to show that, like, even the big giants can fail. There's no, like, fail safe or nobody is safe in the gaming industry. And I always go back to, like, when I was a kid. Growing up, I used to always want to be, like, a video game developer because that seemed like such a cool job. And then, like, every freaking, like, year or for every few years, I'm reminded why that's not the case. And it sucks. It's really, really bad out there for game developers. And I just saw recently today that there was someone who got laid off that uh got their insurance revoked and also their life insurance, and now they're they can't get the care that they were getting, and now they might die soon. And it's like really crazy stuff like that. And it's just like, granted, that's like a singular thing, but it's just like this is what happens when you do these mass layoffs, and especially when they're not performance based. Because usually when companies do layoffs, they lay off, like, they go through the portfolio and see where they can cut the fat, and that's usually how it goes. And it's usually people who are not really performing, not bringing the numbers up, all that stuff. Um, but this was just widespread, just whoever was being let go. And then Tim Sweeney was even posting. He posted the dumbest thing I've ever seen, where he was saying basically we're flooding the market with talent and stuff like that. Anybody would be beneficial or benefit from picking these guys up. And it's just like, well, why'd you let them go? Like, what? Why would you even say that? Just shut up. Like, somebody needs to take his phone away, because that is the most idiotic thing I've ever seen anybody say. Any like corporate executive or CEO or whatever. Why would you say that? Why would you say like, oh, we're letting them go so that way other companies can benefit from? No, don't say that. That's
Yeah.
stupid.
Of course, he was saying crazy, stupid things. CEOs are out of touch. They don't understand reality. They don't understand the human factor. They just look at the business side of things. But on your point to the gentleman who was fired with the terminal brain cancer,
Yes.
Tim Sweeney did actually get in contact with that developer, and they are fixing his insurance, so he will be covered.
Okay, so that's good.
Yeah.
At least that's good, but it's like that shouldn't even be
You shouldn't have happened in the first place.
exactly. And it's just, oh, I hate that this is the reality that we're living in. Just mass layoffs everywhere, and it's not
Yeah.
like, again, it's we've talked about this ad nauseum over the past few years. Just everybody's letting everybody go, and it sucks.
Yeah, it really does suck. Especially when you hear about like people's insurance completely gone. You would think that this like a corporation or an entity as big as Epic would have some, severance and packages come into place. Because I remember when I was let go from a position, I still had my insurance for like 3 months after,
Yeah,
so it's sort
and I
of,
think to their credit, when Microsoft did lay off all their employees, they did give them like a severance package and kept their insurance for, I think it was 6 months
yeah, that's
while they
that's
tried to find it.
generous.
That's
I
very
mean, sure,
generous.
sure, you just got fired, and they could be generous and just let you have your job, but at least they're not just throwing you to the wolves and saying, "All right, bye."
Yeah. So like there is cases where that happens, but it's not widespread enough.
Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, it just sucks, and we'll move on from that news because it's just
Depressing
Yeah,
news.
there's no like way to spin it. It's really bad.
There's not.
yeah.
There's not.
We're gonna move on to Nintendo Switch game pricing. So Nintendo USA came out with an update beginning in May of this year, uh, starting with pre-orders for Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. New Nintendo published digital titles exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2 will have an MSRP that is different from the physical versions. So the digital versions will be $59.99, and the physical editions of the game will be $79.99.
It's
And
crazy that we
it-
live in a world where Nintendo is getting W's now.
yeah, I know, right?
This is a good thing, and it's so shocking that it's from Nintendo.
It should have happened a long time ago.
It should've, and everybody should do this, because the fact that digital prices are the same as physical is so dumb. I don't understand it. The only time it like actually is implemented is on Steam, where the Steam version is always seemingly cheaper than the physical console version. But now Nintendo is actually doing something about it, and kudos to them. I don't give them out long a lot, but good on Nintendo for this. Sounds weird to say.
Yeah, it's definitely a rare W for Nintendo. Definitely long overdue. I think more companies should do this. Digital should be cheaper, you know. For the longest time we heard people say, oh, it takes a lot to ship these, and they have the plastic and the manuals and everything. It takes so much to ship them and process them at different retailers. But there's none of that now. It's all, if it's digital, it's all pure profit at that point, so
Exactly.
the digital should definitely be cheaper.
Well, they did say that this is only for Nintendo first party.
Yes, Nintendo first party, and
Yeah,
starting
this
in May with the Yoshi Mysterious Book game.
yes.
And
So
it's only Switch 2 games.
yeah, only Switch 2.
Yeah, so it's not the original Switch games. I think they're gonna probably end up doing away with developing for the Switch and just
Oh
keep
yeah.
everything Switch 2 eventually.
And that also is a good sign too, because one of the things I feared because of how this generation has played out, that we were just gonna see a repeat of what happened where last gen was getting supported multiple years into the current gen. But it looks like Nintendo is like swiftly making sure that the Switch is like phased out. Like, yes, they're still selling them, but I think by probably the end of the year, I don't think they're gonna be releasing any more Switch games.
Yeah.
And that's good.
Yeah, no, it's sad because lots of people still don't have a Switch 2, you know?
It's expensive.
Well, that's the other side of it.
Yeah.
This
I
is?
think ultimately it's one of those things that just has to happen because if they're constantly supporting the Switch like long
Yeah.
into the Switch 2's life cycle, then it's like, why even get a
What was
Switch
the
2?
reason? Yeah, what's the purpose of even releasing this console?
Yeah. And
I see,
I
I get
think
it.
also the issue also comes out to be like I mean, we're gonna talk about it, but these consoles are only getting more expensive, and there's a strong chance that the Switch 2 may raise in price as well.
Mhm.
So I
Of
think
course.
the faster they get people to switch over, no pun intended, the better it
Ha
is
ha
for the
ha
Switch
ha.
2.
Ha
Well, let's
ha.
jump right into it because the last bit of news we have is update from the vice president of global marketing for Sony Interactive Entertainment, Isabel Tomatis. She writes, with continued pressure in the global economic landscape, we've made the decision to increase the prices of the PS5, the PS5 Pro, and the PlayStation Portal globally. We know that the price changes impact our community, and we are carefully evaluating. And after carefully evaluating, we found that the necessary steps to ensure we continue delivering innovative, high quality gaming experiences to players worldwide. And the updated prices are below. So for the United States, because let's just go over that, the base PS5 is going up $150 to $649. The PS5 digital will be $599. I think that's $100. And the PS5 Pro will be $900.
Yeesh.
Yeah. Now it goes up in every single market. They have the markets for Japan, Europe, all of UK, and it's the portal will be jumping up to for 249, which was originally 199. It's absolutely insane, these price increases. The PS5 Pro, if you want the disc with it as well as a stand, will be over $1,000, 1,010. I did the math.
Jesus Christ.
And that's before taxes. So you're gonna be closer to like $1,100 after taxes.
Yes.
And that's insane.
It's crazy that we're still seeing price increases.
Exactly. 5 years after these consoles came out, we're still seeing price increases.
And
This is so unheard of.
potentially a year before next gen starts, there's like you would think by now, like we're already here, we already heard about Helix. We're hearing rumblings about the PS6. Like you would think by now things would kind of like
Slow down.
balance out. Yeah, like slow down in
Mm.
terms of like the consoles prices and stuff like that. But no, we're still seeing price increases and it's crazy. I don't understand what's going on. Like, oh, let me say, I do know why. I do know why. It's the RAM stuff, it's the AI stuff, it's the tariffs, it's a bunch of different factors. But why do these companies continue to pass off the cost to the consumer?
Green.
If they're serious about trying to get people to buy these consoles, then you don't do that. That's like business 101. You have to make it more attractive. You got to just bear it and just roll with the punches. Make it as attractive as possible. Don't just raise prices just to raise prices. But we're seeing an era where companies are not they don't care about that stuff anymore. They don't care if they lose sales because of this, because they're just gonna make it up for from the people who do buy it. There's gonna be people who buy the PlayStation 5 Pro at $900. They're guaranteed there's gonna be some people that do it. And it sucks because those are the people that are basically gonna justify why PlayStation's even raising these prices again. It's
True.
it's all the whales. Like that's literally why that's what's feeding into like the whole live service stuff. Like they don't care that the stuff on these live service game stores is so expensive because they know that the people who will buy it will just make up for it. It's very like it's so transparent that they're just being greedy. And now and it's every company. It's not just PlayStation. It's every company that does this. They raise prices and they tell you in essentially that they don't care about the poor people. They don't care about getting people to adopt early. They just care about people who have the money to spend. That's it. And yeah, I know I'm guilty of it because I just bought the Xbox Ally X. I know I'm part of the problem, but that should push the point forward even more. That there were people who'll be willing to buy that stuff at whatever price they set. So it's just the sad reality of stuff. And I know a lot of people don't like that, but it's just the fact of the situation. And I don't know what the solution is.
Listen, the only
You
reason
not
why
buying
I'm
that would help us out though.
yeah, don't buy it, exactly.
But
Would not
that's
buy
what
it
I'm
would
saying.
be
Like,
a great help
I
to
don't. I
us.
think they're anticipating people not buying it because of next gen starting next year.
My thing is, earlier last month, PlayStation came out and stated that they have enough memory for RAM and
Yes, I
SSDs. They
remember
had
that.
enough memory till the end of 2026, so they don't have to raise prices. And then here they come, less than a month later. Oh, we're raising prices.
Prices.
So all this BS about market conditions and global economic landscape, all that is BS to me. It's literally pure greed. They had the memory, they had the RAM enough until the end of 2026, and guess what? They still
They
raise
still raise
prices.
prices.
So it's pure greed.
There is no justifying it, and that's the hardest part about this is that you can't. There's no way that you can justify this, and I don't know where this takes the gaming industry. I mean, most people are saying that like they're going to transition game or at least console gaming because it's like there are other avenues to playing games, thankfully, but there are other avenues and they're basically going to turn like home console gaming and even PC gaming into like the most luxury um thing that only rich people can experience. And everybody else they're going to push towards subscription streaming services.
Sucks.
It sucks. Yes, I know. And it's like but then again, it's like you look at the landscape and like everybody can play games on their phones. Like my kids, they play Roblox and Among Us and all that. Like they play on their tablets.
So
So
it's
it's
Gen
like
Alpha's fault.
no, I'm not. I'm not saying it's just their fault, but it's just like that's what the kids are playing now. Back when we were their age, we were playing on Nintendos and we were playing PlayStation 1 and all that stuff. So it's like it's just a different landscape now. And I think these companies are starting to see that and they seemingly don't want to do anything about it. They just want to just raise prices and just roll with it. And it sucks. I wish they would do more. I wish like PlayStation, Xbox, and I mean, it's funny that Nintendo seems like the only one who's doing something about it. Like actually
You
making
are-
something like beneficial to the consumer, at least in
You
the
all
last story that
mocked
we
me.
talked about.
You all mocked me when I said that I was doing it. Look at this. It always comes back around to Brother Tam being right.
It is
Just to
it
make
is
Brother J wrong.
crazy.
Just make Brother J upset. It always comes back to me.
It is crazy that Nintendo of all the
Is the
companies
one
is
doing this stuff. Yeah, I know. It's for a
seemingly
while.
doing seemingly doing the right thing with
know, it's
at
very-
least from the digital game prices standpoint. Granted,
Well, trust me, it makes no sense to me.
they
It makes no
still
sense
might
to
raise
anyone but them.
prices. Yeah, they still might raise prices on the Switch too anyway. So they're
Mhm.
not totally clear, but
But it's the
Still.
difference is like no one, at least you already knew what Nintendo was going to do.
yeah.
We all knew Nintendo was going to raise that price eventually. They always do. No one's coming out there saying like, "Oh, we're not raising anything."
Yeah,
That's
but
just how it works.
that's that was just the whole thing for me is that they specifically came out and said we don't have to raise prices because we got this, but then they raised the
There we go.
prices. That's why I'm more mad about this price increase versus like the
Then-
Xbox price increases, you know, or even the Nintendo future Nintendo price increase, because they never came out and put their foot in their mouth and saying no, we're not going to do this, and then do it anyway.
That is one
That's
thing that's
the
different.
biter right there. It is definitely a biter. They're like, God damn.
Yeah, the fact
Look,
that
why-
they said they weren't gonna do it and then they did it. At least with Xbox, they kind of I don't know if they said they were gonna do it. They kind of hinted that they might have to, and then it ended up happening.
Yeah, exactly. They're
Um,
saying we may have to raise prices, not say, hey, we don't have to raise prices and then do it anyway.
Yeah,
a little bit of a difference.
Yeah,
One doesn't
That's
feel
why.
as much as a slap in the face.
it still sucks regardless.
sure. I mean, if just based off this, if anybody thinks that the next console is going to be anything less than
Oh, yeah.
$800, they're
That is
absolutely
one thing.
insane.
That is one thing that like, if there was one thing I can take, kind of what I guess the word what's the word like if I could kind of feel good about in I guess in a way feel good about I was right that there was no way that the PS6 or the Helix or whatever that were going to be anywhere close to being less than a PS5 Pro. And now Sony just solidified that fact. There was no way. People were saying, "Oh, they have to because they, early adopters. They don't care. They don't
They don't
care
got-
about early adopters no more. They care about money.
Anyone who
That's
says
all
they
they
have
care
to
about."
doesn't understand how this works. They don't gotta do shit, honestly. They just
Exactly. So yeah, PS6 easily gonna be like at least 900. That's the baseline right now.
most likely.
Yeah,
If things
especially
don't,
if it's a major upgrade from the PS5 Pro. If you're looking at a PS6 and saying it's a significant upgrade from the PS5 Pro, the PS5 Pro is $899. You're gonna have to pay for that significant upgrade. So it's gonna be at least $1,000.
yeah.
Most likely.
Well, I would say at least 900. Maybe they'll lower the price of the Pro, next year, like in tandem. But I don't think that's gonna happen, and we really have to see where everything plays out in terms of like the stuff that I just mentioned, like with the
Yeah.
tariffs and the RAM, AI, all that stuff. Like that's the major factor at play, and that's why these things are happening. But I still don't. Just because I know why doesn't make it okay.
Yeah,
And
Doesn't make it
I think
better.
that's the issue. That there's so many people who seem to justify this stuff by understanding why it's happening, and then thinking like, okay, so then that makes it okay. Like, no, that doesn't make it okay. Just
okay,
because
just-
something, just because something is happening and you know why it's happening doesn't mean it's good. You should not defend this stuff. There was people defending it, and I was like, no, don't defend this. When Xbox
because-
raised prices, I called them out. I literally said on this podcast, do not buy an Xbox when they raised the prices the last September. And I'm gonna say the same thing again. Do not buy a PlayStation. But people are going to do it, and that's what I'm upset about.
People will defend
when-
anything.
When PlayStation
Yeah.
says jump, they soar
You know, PlayStation's for the payers.
for the payers.
Yeah.
It took you a minute for that one, didn't it?
All right, that's
Oh,
all
man.
the news that we have this week for loading up.
All right. Well, remember, if you're listening to us on a podcasting app, you can rate us and share us. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can like, comment, and subscribe. That'll definitely help us out. If you look in the description, you can see our sponsors, W Energy and NordVPN. Save some money off of products and services, and it'll be beneficial to everybody involved. I promise you.
Get us
Um,
enough likes, we'll start sending out new pictures of Producer J. We got
hey,
this.
what? When
worry
did we
about it.
discuss this?
Just now, it's done.
Just now, actually.
Signed,
Just
signed,
now.
sealed, and delivered.
That's it.
All right. We'll see.
Don't
you
worry
guys
where we
next
got the
week.
pictures from. Just know that we got them.
Hey, it's probably AI. Probably AI.
No. Don't. We'll make sure Natalie's got our back on this one. We know what to do.
See you guys next week. Peace.
Laters.
Bye.